What's up, everybody, and welcome to ReelTime for the Real Everyday Movie Fan. I'm Josh Williams, and today I'm giving you my TV recap of The Walking Dead Season 8, Episodes 1 and 2. We're going to combine these two. We had a little bit behind on this. Ryan doesn't really watch The Walking Dead, which I don't know why. I think it's a little crazy on his part. It's such a good show. But yeah, we're going to sit here and talk about some people eating people. Wait, that didn't sound right. Cue the trailer.
The damned are upon us! I don't die.
Alright guys, so you kind of got the trailer, the preview there. If you're watching this, you're going into this knowing that this is a heavy spoiler discussion. This is a TV recap of the first episodes 1 and 2. Going forward, know that this is not just me giving a review of it. We're also going to be talking spoiler territory as far as predictions for the future. So one of the things I really liked starting out was actually the reintroduction to necessarily like who Rick was. Because if you remember the prior season, Rick was pretty broken. Like Negan broke him to his core, and it wasn't until like he started, finally figuring out that he still can, stand up to him, and he's got these allies. At first, he thought he was so isolated that he couldn't handle them on his own. But then he found out he's got these allies and he can help. And now in this season, he's back to being that badass, smart Rick that we've known the prior season, who is a force to be reckoned with. And I'm glad to see him back, and also glad to see him, kind of interacting with everyone else as far as as far as his son, as far as Carl goes, as far as Daryl, and he's kind of seeing those interactions. I even love that little moment between him and Maggie. I love that moment between her and him, where he's like, soon enough I'm gonna be taking orders from you. And I personally like that because I'm seeing Maggie's growing as such an important character, not just to the Hilltop, but just to the show in general, because of what happened with Glenn. And she's also just a very smart and strong character, and really knows how to handle herself and handle a group of people very well. And I like the idea that hopefully someday the evolution of her can, one day, she might be in charge of everyone else after, if they can, of course, beat the Saviors and beat Negan. But the other thing I really liked was also like having the gang back together, because before they were all just kind of off in their own world trying to, fight Negan off, or some were trying to fight off Negan, and like who was it? Darn, forgot her name. Rosita. Thank myself. Rosita, she was trying to fight back against Saber because what he did to the past, and I really like that now. Besides, of course, besides, of course, Eugene, they're all kind of back together, working strong together, and fighting off the Saviors, finally going all out war. I like seeing the camaraderie back together. Is basically what I was getting at. And while some people, we're kind of going to talk both episodes here together. While some people hated the slow pace of the first episode, I kind of liked it because you're getting reintroduced to the characters. You're kind of getting time to see that they are back who they once were. They're not the broken people they once were. They're smart. They've been studying Negan's, tactics and where his people are. I really like this fact of seeing that camaraderie back together, and like they have a focus again. So I think they're actually now finally able to be a force to be reckoned with, which I kind of like. And one of the other things I really liked was that we're going to just talk about it right away. Morales is back. It was from episode 2 at the very end, where all of a sudden he's trying to look for those guns in that top roof, and all of a sudden you see Morales. I remember someone who was watching, they're like, I don't remember, who is that guy? And you have to remember, he was in that first season. He was with the original group with his family, with his wife, and I think he had 2 kids. But if you notice, they're not there. I have a good feeling that, I don't know how the hell he got up in Virginia, for one. That's going to be an interesting story to hear. But I almost have an inkling feeling that his family died. Like, they all got killed off, I'm pretty sure. And I want to make another prediction here. I honestly think that the guy that Rick killed, like where he put the spike through his chest, I want to think that was actually maybe his brother. Because if you think about, because if you remember, Morales was like, well, I got family I'm going to go try and find. That's why they kind of took off away from Rick's group and kind of, went off on their own path. I feel like he may have found some family members. Maybe that was his brother, and maybe that was even his brother's kid. So that would be like the little baby that was in the crib is what I'm talking about. And that may be his niece. And like, I don't know how he got himself with the Saviors, but I can see that if you look at the previews, he's definitely changed. But then again, if you think about it, so has Rick. And I like the fact that they brought him back, because it also can show, like, if he's seriously like a baddie with Saviors, maybe he's not just there to survive. Maybe he actually has turned into a bad person. I like the fact that they brought him in, because it shows that not everyone's the same as season 1. That I think she can actually have some great gravity to it, because it can show that, he's not who he was. Neither is Rick. Neither is Maggie. Neither is all these other people who first started off in this apocalypse. That he actually could have taken the wrong path down, and now he's just an asshole, basically. Which would I'll get into a prediction about that here in a little bit. Now, one of the things, bad things I wanted to say, I'll bring up in the first episode. I said I liked the slow pace of it, but I didn't like that kind of homage future Rick, like, what the world could be like with with old Rick, basically. I don't know. I didn't really necessarily like that. I felt like it got, I wouldn't say confusing, but it got to the point where I was just kind of like, okay. I mean, I get that he's working towards, that's what he wants to work towards, but maybe they could have saved that for better future episodes where it's getting much closer to the end of the tunnel of this, because there's a long way to go for them to defeat the Saviors. They're not even close to beating them yet, but they show that now. I feel like they maybe could have been saved for more time, when we've had time to actually go through this war with him, and maybe if he's starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, that maybe, that's what I can move forward towards. I don't know. Jump in the comments, let me know what you thought of that little sequence. I thought it was very iffy for me, and so yeah, let me know and share your thoughts. So now I want to kind of wrap it up real quick. Overall, the first episodes I thought were great. The second episode, oh my God, the action. I mean, just the overall gunfire. I did find it a little funny, though, that they had the old 90s action effect with the guns, where I didn't see a lot of people like reloading their guns, but at the same time I was thinking they had to have been shooting each other for like, I don't know, at least an hour or more. I'm like, how much ammo can you possibly have left to keep shooting at each other for this long a period of time? I found it a little funny that it just kept going and going. I didn't really see a ton of reloading, but I mean, that's just a small little thing. But I wanted to bring that up too. I actually think, no, I'm gonna bring that into. Let's go into my bold predictions for moving forward. I personally think Morales is gonna die in episode 3. I really do. I really feel like we're gonna spend a lot of time with Morales and Rick in that room, kind of talking to each other and figuring out what the hell happened to each other. More so, I think Rick than Morales, because if you've noticed, he seems a little stuck in his ways. That if you saw the previews, he's like, I'm taking you to Negan. You're going to go to him. I already called the Saviors back, so on and so forth. So I feel like they're going to keep talking to him. Once Rick realizes that he's not the same Morales that he was before, he's going to kill him. I really feel like that's what's going to happen. Now with the baby, I don't feel like Rick would keep the baby there. I honestly think he's going to take the baby with him, quite possibly. And that's going to be a very interesting dynamic, I'll say that. And then lastly, I think Eric's going to die. Aaron's boyfriend. If you saw, he got shot pretty bad, and then Aaron ran him off. I think he's going to die. I think that would be good for Aaron's character. It can show that he has something more to work towards as far as being the Saviors. Not just protecting him, but the fact that he got his loved one got, killed in this, that it can, pushes him even further and even more committed so than I think he already is, which I think would be a great kind of character development for Aaron himself. But overall, on the first episodes, I'm going to give the first episode, because I didn't like that little sequence with Rick, I'm going to give that one probably a 7.5 out of 10. And for the second episode, with the action and everything involved with that, I'm definitely going to give that I'm going to say a 9 out of 10. That was a great episode, besides the little small problems I have with the guns and everything like that. The action was great, and I really hope, what was his name? Father Gabriel has his shit in pants, because now he is in the hands of Negan, and that's not a good thing. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That'll do it for me today, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And let me know in your predictions moving forward what you think is going to happen in episode 3. And even moving forward past that, do you think it's going to stay close to the comics? If you've read the comics, what they're going to do with Negan? Or you think they're going to take a turn and kind of go a different route because they've done that a lot in this show. Leave your comments and share your thoughts. Also, if you like what you watch, then hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you can see more of our various content in the future. Also, like us on Facebook and Twitter. The descriptions are right down here in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. And until next time, thank you for keeping it real with ReelTime.